We are Cindy and Eddie.
And this is Squeeze a Day. Hi folks, welcome back to another video.
We're going to do some exploring and we're going to get a little bit of help to do that. We've got a walking tour that's free.
And we're going to start our day off joining them and checking out the town from a perspective of a local.
And you're come along with us. Where we're starting out is actually one of the walking streets that's in town. There's two walking streets and you can see where it starts out because of this building right here. The tour starts at 10 a.m. so we're on our way to it, and along the way we're going to be showing you the path that we're taking, including this building here. This building on the way to the tour is one of the historic buildings.
So that right there, it's in English and Spanish, and it gives you information on where you are and what this point of interest is.
This is what it says in English. Feel free to pause the video at any point if you're interested in reading any of that. There are several signs like this located throughout the city.
From what we read, this building is a cultural center right now. When it was first constructed, it was a convent to house the nuns, but that was in the 1500s, and at this point it's changed hands so many times that long list of information tells you who's been in here and out of here over the centuries. But right now it's a cultural center.
We've arrived to our starting point, which happens to be a massive cross in the center of town. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that right now.
So we'll be meeting up with our group here, and we're not sure what's going to happen after that, but we're taking you along with us.
It looks like there's more people gathered there for this tour, and it seems like it's going to be a lot of information about the city, which we're very curious about. As we were waiting in the Zocalo, we couldn't help but notice how beautiful this area is, as well as some of the activity that was happening.
She's also a tour guide, a really good one, and she gets very protective of the group. You'll see that he was not the traditional type of bishop. He was willing to speak out the truth about what he was observing that was happening here in the city. This was not very well taken at first. Actually, these men and a group of men de la Orden Dominica, they were rejected out of San Cristobal. Have you noticed the women that have a lot of flowers? They come from Sinancantan. We're a very big group, so please keep an eye on the person in front. It's so easy to get lost.
And now we get on to the tour. There's a couple of things to note specifically about this tour, and one of those things is that it moved pretty quick. It was hard to catch all the information that we wanted to get just by walking past it. However, it was definitely worth it because it introduced us to the town in a way that only a local could have shown us. And after a quick walk down Walking Street, which is a really good place to go shopping for future reference, we made it to the Mercado de la Caridad y Santo Domingo, which is kind of like a covered market in front of a church, but it definitely feels like there's a lot more locals here and a lot less tourists. So you might be able to get something for a better price here.
Esta es la iglesia del Santo Domingo. As you can see, a lot of love and dedication was put into the creation of this church because it had a lot of meaning for the people who were established in here. A big majority of people here, they speak Tzotzil or Celtal, but these are just two, no? There are 12 other different ones, and only here in Chiapas. I care about your well-being and your energy to be protected. And it's just supposed to keep you fresh, you know, from the extra heat of your own body or someone else's body. And to believe these also has to do with the cosmovision of people around here, because it means to believe that somehow the energy or this extra energy.
We are stopped right now for some coffee. We're going to sample it and we'll try and show you a little bit more about it once we've had it. And if we can show you the location of this place, we will. Now that we've had a chance to enjoy some coffee, we're going to walk a little bit more to go and explore some artistic style around the city.
You're going to recognize their style because they've been painting all over the city.
Two of the most famous artists in the city are Carlos and Therese. They've actually been requested to paint several murals that are currently in the city.
Some symbolizing a frog. And this is usually in women's textiles. They do these figures using the backstrap loom. They can create an infinity forms, no? With a lot of meaning actually, because esta ranita, it's a symbol for fertility, abundance. This one says, las mujeres pertenecen a todos los espacios en los que se toman decisiones, which means women belong to all spaces in which decisions are made.
This town definitely has a lot to offer, especially in the way of art, culture, and history. By this point, we didn't know how far we have walked already, but we were definitely enjoying it, and we didn't run into anything major like hills or traffic.
Here it's a museum. It's a museo which has lots of information and mostly beautiful pictures.
Our first major hill.
Just a slight hill to climb along the way. Part of the walking tour part is we walk. And since this is a mountainous area, that means some of it's going to be going uphill.
Our next stop is going to be going to a private residence that's overlooking the city. So we're expecting an amazing view. However, it's private, so only come when invited.
We sometimes rent some of the rooms.
Right now we're at the top of the hill basically.
Well, it was certainly a climb to get up on top of this hill for that view. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think it was worth it? And now we continue on to our next stop. But along the way, there's definitely a lot to see.
Make sure to go all the way till the end. There's a big collection of stones.
It was hard to walk away from the black cat or any of the other stuffed animals. Now we are getting to our last stop. We had such a good time that we don't even feel the miles we've walked. Here's a chance for us to find out a little bit more of the city we walked through, talk about the experience we had on our tour, and say our goodbyes.
If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you.
And we hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did. Stay tuned because we got more videos coming up on our travels. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so that you can continue to follow along with us as we continue on this adventure.
And as always, squeeze the day and be well.